Welcome to Passive House Los Angeles. I grew up in Berlin and studied architecture in Germany, where I was early on exposed to the Passive House construction standard. In 2010, with PARAVANT architects, we had our first Passive House approved in Los Angeles. It's a small community center, which unfortunately became a victim of the great financial recession. Since that time, I always have tried to educate clients about the advantages and the comfort to build to Passive House standard. But none of my clients wanted to be a guinea pig and wanted to be the first one here in LA to build a Passive House. When my wife and I were looking to purchase a property, for us it was always clear that we wanted to share the property and, of course, the mortgage. In 2013, we bought a 6,000 square feet property with a small 1,000 square feet typical building in the front portion of the lot. When it was time to plan for the new second house in the rear of the property, it was clear it has to be built to Passive House standard. This time I had to convince only my wife, and the argument of comfort and low utility bills did the trick very quickly. At the same time, it was important for me to create a showcase or a case study that I can test drive with potential clients and bring them into a building and show them how well a Passive House building is performing. Since the opening and during construction, we had already hundreds of people in the building. Passive House LA is 1,750 square feet large. It has 4 bedrooms and 3 baths. We have to say that the bedroom on the first floor is currently used as a home office, and the bathroom on the first floor is fully wheelchair accessible should that be needed at any time in the future. On the first floor we have the kitchen, open dining room and large living room with large windows covered by exterior shades which are fully automated in order to block the sun and keep the Southern California heat outside the building. On the second floor you see the outdoor deck, which is at the same time the cover for the required carport. We have a gallery for the large book collection, and then the master suite with the master bathroom attached. The bathroom on the second floor is very compact. In order to save more floor space, we combined shower and bathtub, so you need to walk through the shower in order to reach the bathtub. The building is an all-electric home, so we do not have any gas for cooking. We are using an induction cooktop, and also for the laundry, for the dryer, we are using a condensation dryer. Passive House LA is a wood frame building. The exterior walls are framed by 2x6 members, and the building is sitting on a slab-on grade with an R10 foam insulation below. The cavities in the walls are filled with blow-on insulation, and on the exterior we have a continuous rock wool insulation with a rain screen and metal facade finishing the building. On the roof we have a TPO roof enclosing the building. In terms of building systems, we are using a heat pump water heater with recirculation pump. Each bathroom has a motion sensor installed, and that triggers the recirculation pump, and this way we have immediately hot water at the tap. For the heating and cooling in the building, we are using a one mini split system for the entire house. The house is 1,750 square feet, and we actually had an open house, which was quite interesting, and we had the representative from the air conditioning company out here asking, how do I like the system? And I had to tell him, I don't really know. I rarely use it because it's most of the time not needed, and the ventilation system, the heat recovery ventilation, does pretty well here in order to provide sufficient airflow and comfort in the building. For the continuous ventilation, we have a Comfort Air 550 in the building with a MERV 13 filter. During the construction and also in the end at the final door blower test, those are always nerve-wracking moments in the process of a passive house. Turned out we came in at 0.48. For us, it was very important to have a lot of daylight in the building. Especially in Southern California, it is critical that you have to have large windows if you want to have a building which is succeeding in the local market here. That meant large windows, lots of daylight into the building, that we needed to come up with the exterior shading strategy. Most people do not have exterior shading here, which is very surprising to me, because if the heat is in the building, it's too late, and we typically solved with bigger air conditionings in the past. But shading belongs on the outside, and we choose an automated Venetian blind shading system which fully operates automatically. We have a roof sensor which tracks the sun and is adjusting the blinds as needed. The great part about that one is we are still getting daylight into the building, and at the same time we still can look outside the building. You will see also in the videos we don't have any interior curtains. We're using the exterior blinds also as our privacy screen, which works very well. In terms of on-site renewable energy production, we have 16 solar panels on the flat roof. We are net zero with only 10 solar panels, and we also have a battery backup system. So the solar panels are feeding the battery backup system, and the disconnect is located behind the battery. So even during a power outage, the solar panels keep feeding the battery, and the house can draw via a critical load panel the generated power, so we have an independence should be there a power outage for a longer time. Thank you for joining us on this virtual tour of Passive House Los Angeles. Please feel free to visit us also online at www.passivehouseLA.com.